and get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio.
Good morning, dear listeners out there. You're welcome to yet another interesting edition of Power 365 Online Radio Newspaper Review. First, let's say Happy Children's Day to all our dear children out there. Congratulations. By God's grace, God will make you what you dream to become. Alright, my name is Olamide Adeniji and I'm bringing you newspaper review from Daily Independent newspaper. And on the Daily Independent newspaper, there's a first story that says the major headline. It says Tinubu 1 year in office, airline industry nosedives. Passenger traffic drops amidst high fares. Oh, that's not a too good story, or that's not a too good record for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this is saying AGF drags governors to Supreme Court over full local government autonomy. That has been long overdue. Federal government draws flack for alleged interference in Kano Emirship tussle, warned against throwing state into crisis. Banks recapitalization not enough to achieve $1 trillion GDP target, coming from experts. And this is saying first anniversary Serap asks Tinubu to publish his assets. Tinubu yet to find right way to handle economy, says Obasanjo. Lagos Calabar Highway project, symbol of hope, unity, prosperity, says Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Building demolition, call LASBCA boss to order. Obalegushi's lawyer tells Sanwo-Olu. Lagos mosque collapse, woman dead, 4 victims in hospital. And this is also saying ex-Rivers local government chairman, lawyer alerts Federal High Court of pro-Wike injunction to continue payment of allocation. Federal government destroying public universities for private to thrive. That's coming from ASU. Mbale's foundation stone for 5-star International Conference Center Hotel in Enugu. Sule empowers 10 Nasara farming communities with $250,000 interest-free loan. Sheikh Dahiru urges Kano government to respect rule of law. NRC assures of normal train operations along Abuja-Kaduna corridor. And this is also saying Tinubu's activation of Deacon law will reduce capital flight. Ex-defense minister Otu restates commitment to fighting crime in Cross River. NACO sets for GSC replacement, unveils 2 years plan. Aid showers encomium on Soludo as champion newspaper honors him. Pan Arewa Group urges dethroned emir to embrace peace. Obaseki pays 70,000 naira new minimum wage to Edo workers as beneficiaries jubilate. Wow, let me start from that point. Let me start from that very, very relieving point in Edo State. They're saying that the state government has paid the 70,000 naira new minimum wage to workers in the state in fulfillment of the promise to increase the minimum wage from the month of May 2024. Some of the government workers who received their bank alerts for the month of May salaries went into jubilation, saying that they thought the governor's pledge was a mere political statement. One of the beneficiaries, who refused to disclose his name to this reporter but said he works in one of the state ministries, said he received his payment alert in the early hours of Sunday and was surprised that the 70,000 naira minimum wage was a reality. We really hope the other governors will take a cue from Obaseki and do the needful on minimum wage increment. Okay, this is also saying O2 restates commitment to fighting crime in Cross River. Governor Basi Otu has restated his administration's commitment to supporting security agencies to exterminate the remaining pockets of crime in Cross River State. The governor, who was represented by his Deputy Right Honorable Peter Ode, made the pledge on Friday when he received the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of South-South, DIG Sokari Pedro, and his team in Calabar. Okay, that's another story you may have an interest in. It's on page 4 of the Daily Independent. All right, this is a picture. There's a picture on page 4 of Daily Independent showing Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State, who received Idowu Rashid, the Osun State-born boxer, winner of the African Lightweight Heavyweight Championship, in his office at Abere Oshogbo in Osun State over the weekend. All right, you may pick a copy of the Daily Independent to read more on this. All right, let's quickly go to to Kano State, where there's a tussle on the throne of the emir in Kano State. That's a saying. A Pan-Arewa group urges the dethroned emir to embrace peace. A Pan-Arewa group, Arewa Social Contract Initiatives, on Sunday enjoined the dethroned emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, to vacate the ancient city in the interest of peace and stability. This plea comes after an emergency meeting of the 19 northern states in Kano, where concerns were raised about the potential for civil unrest following the emir's sudden return to the city. All right, you may pick a copy of the Daily Independent to read more on that. Okay, so Tinubu's activation of Daikon law will reduce capital flight, ex-defense minister. The activation of the new Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria Act has been described as another giant socio-economic stride that would create job opportunities and substantially reduce capital flight in the country. This was a submission of a former Minister of Defense, Prince Adetokunbo Kayode, son, while reacting to the readiness of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government to commence implementation of the Daikon Act. All right, you may read more of that story. It's also on page 4 of the Daily Independent. All right, let's go to the next story, which says Arch 2024 Sanwo-Olu settles BTA differentials for pilgrims. Okay, so this is saying Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has prevented the state's intending pilgrims from suffering from the shortfall of their basic travel allowance as a result of epileptic foreign exchange rates. Governor Sanwo-Olu waded into the matter following a recent protest by some intending pilgrims who alleged irregularities with a $400 BTA given to them instead of $500 as announced by the National Hajj Commission. NACON had used 1,252 naira per dollar to calculate Hajj fare to give $500 as BTA to each pilgrim, and the Central Bank of Nigeria released BTA at 1,530 naira to a dollar, which gives each pilgrim $415 instead of $500. All right, I think recently the Ogun State governor too waded into the BTA differentials in Ogun State. And okay, let me go to. I'm still going to Kano. Emirs, Kano traders insist Governor Yusuf abides by court ruling. The Kano Traders Association has called on Governor Abba Yusuf to comply with the Federal High Court order that restrains the Kano State government from repealing the Kano Emirates Council Law of 2019. The association, led by Usman Awal Nagode, emphasized the crucial importance of respecting the rule of law in a recent statement. Nagode urged all branches of government to collaborate harmoniously to ensure peace, stability, and progress in the state. Okay. Then this next one is saying Tinubu commissions rehabilitated road projects in Lagos. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday commissioned the recently reconstructed Apapa-Shoki Ojota-Oshodi Expressway and the newly rehabilitated Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos State. The president, in line with his commitment to ensure effective infrastructure development across the country, also officially flagged off the commencement of the Coastal Highway and other legacy highway projects being undertaken by the Federal Ministry of Works. Abiodun fulfills 2 million cash award to TASUED outstanding students. The Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, has fulfilled the 2 million naira cash award promise he made for the 2020-2021, 2021-2022, and 2022-2023 best graduating students of Tai Solarin University of Education, TASUED, Ijagun, during the combined convocation of the 3 sessions. Presenting the checks on behalf of the governor, the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Aribabu, said the gesture was to encourage outstanding learners to further improve themselves, recalling that the present administration in the state had made it a tradition to always reward overall best graduating students in both public and private tertiary institutions across the state, with 2 million naira cash award and automatic employment. That's beautiful. All right, I'll take a quick break, and when I return, I'll bring you more stories.
Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power365FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
All right, you're welcome back. This next story is coming from, still coming from the Daily Independent, and let me quickly bring this to you. Lagos Calabar Highway project, symbol of hope and unity, prosperity. Tinubu, amidst controversies trailing the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway project, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has described it as a symbol of hope, unity, and prosperity for the country. The 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is intended to link Lagos to Calabar to Cross River passing through Ogun, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom states before ending in Cross River. The project necessitated the demolition of some buildings and has faced significant criticism from Nigerians who believe the timing is inappropriate. Alright, you may read more of that story. It's also on page 6 of the Daily Independent. Then this is saying building demolition called LASBCA boss to order. Obaelegushi's lawyer tells Sanwo-Olu. And this is saying Mrs. Adepeju Omotayo, a lawyer to HRM, the His Royal Majesty Kabiyesi Alayelua Oba Said Ademola Elegushi, has asked Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State to call the General Manager of Lagos State Building Control Agency LASBCA, Mr. Agbolahan Oki, to order. Omotayo, who is also the lawyer of Mr. Ijoma Daniel Ebuagu and Mrs. Pauline Onosale Ebuago, raised an alarm on Sunday, alleging that an Indian company is using the Lagos State government officials under the auspices of Oki-led LABSCA to wrestle land from our clients. All right. Now this is saying AGF drags governors to Supreme Court over LG autonomy. Yes, I brought you that headline earlier. Okay, let me first bring it to you from the front page, which says the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, has instituted a suit at the Supreme Court of Nigeria against governors of the 36 states of the Federation over misconduct and maladministration of local government in the country. The governors were sued through their respective state attorney general, and the suit is predicated on 27 grounds, among which are that the Nigerian Federation is a creation of the 1999 Constitution with President as head of the federal executive arm of the Federation, and has sworn to uphold and give effect to the provisions of the Constitution. Okay, that's also an interesting read. You may pick a copy of the Daily Independent to read more on this. All right, let me bring this next one to you. Tinubu yet to find a way to handle the economy, says Obasanjo. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said that the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is yet to find the right way to handle the economy. He also said the removal of fuel subsidy by the president was in order, but said it was wrongly implemented, leading to suffering in the land. Lagos mosque collapse, woman dead, 4 victims in hospital. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency has confirmed the death of a female victim in the mosque collapse incident that occurred Sunday afternoon at Papa Jao in the Mushin area of Lagos State. That's sad. That's a sad one, a sad story, which we pray for the repose of the late, those that have died. And then let's bring you this next one. Terrorists, kidnappers, bandits propelled by hard drugs. That's coming from Mawa. That's coming from the Chief Executive Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. And this is saying soldiers are Motekun search forest for kidnapped victims in Ondo. And then Edo Guba, incoming APC government will give human face to governance. That's coming from Adaize. who is a former commissioner for information to Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State and the convener of Edo Generation X movement and a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress. Oh, okay. So let me bring you this headline from our view of the Daily Independent. The clamor for restructuring. You think you may need to pick a copy of the Daily Independent to read that opinion or that editorial by the Daily Independent. And then this is saying man kicks against over 200% electricity tariff, calls for immediate suspension of policy. Okay. SONLESG, FTAN collaborate to enhance customer experience in Nigeria's hospitality industry. Okay, this is also saying federal government receives completed phase 1 of Federal Universities of Transportation, commends CCECC. CCECC is it's a Chinese construction company, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so this next one is saying, let me quickly go to probably the sports corner of the Daily Independent. Let's see what's on the sports corner of the Daily Independent. Well, okay, Super Eagles players eager to return to World Cup, Finidi says, and this is saying, you lied, Sports Ministry replies Reps Committee Chair on Sports. Oh, Ademola Lookman, Atalanta reveal cost tag amidst interest from EPL teams. Sports advocate seeks support for billboard sports in Nigeria. Arewa Group berates Eno faults minister's response to Adams. Okay, this is where I'll call it a day. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for staying with us today on Power 365 Online Radio Newspaper Review. We'll bring you more news later in the day. Until then, I hope your children will have a blessed day as today celebrates children worldwide. Goodbye.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.